Earlier we had brought to you a detailed long-term video of the MG ZS electric vehicle, and in that we had covered almost every possible aspect about the vehicle in detail. Now, as promised earlier, it is now time to bring to you a final conclusion, and also it's time for the ZS EV to leave the Express Drive's long-term stable. So before we do that, let us go ahead and tell you whether you should buy an electric car or not, and if you are considering an electric car, should it be the MG ZS or not. Now, if you're looking forward to knowing more details about the design, the features on the exterior, and of course the features inside the cabin, the safety features, how much range do you get out of it, how much does it cost to charge the car, for that you can just click on the link at the bottom part of your screen and you can watch our detailed long-term review, which was our last video for the ZS EV. As for now, let me just summarize how the experience has been for us with the ZS EV, and we have spent over 4 months and we have driven about 2000 kilometers in it, during which we have charged it, discharged it quite a lot number of times. So now coming to the pros and cons. The good part, well, as far as the EVs in this segment are concerned, in this particular price segment there aren't many, but within that this is the larger one. It has a slightly more contemporary design, and you also get more cabin space. One of the other good things about the ZS is that this is an electric vehicle that does not cut corners in terms of features to become a little bit more, say, cost competitive, and that is a good thing because you get everything that you would expect even in a normal compact SUV. So you've got a panoramic sunroof, you've got a fully connected car with a touchscreen interface, you've got electrically adjustable driver's seat up ahead, and of course, even if you look at the comfort of the seats all around, that is quite nice. So yes, in terms of features, in terms of comfort, it is a good car. And now coming to the charging aspect, well, you can charge this car using a variety of options. If you're charging it from your regular household socket, it will take about 16 to 17 hours. What you get is roughly 5% per hour. And you can also use the wall mounted charger, which you will of course get with the ZS EV as a customer, one per car. You can get it installed at a location of your choice. Using that, you can charge this car fully in about 6.5 hours. And of course, if you access a 50 kilowatt fast charging station, then in that case you can go from 0 to 80 in about 50 minutes. And like I said earlier, the cost will be about 10 rupees including GST for that fast charging option. However, MG also offers fast charging at its dealerships, and if you avail that, it will cost you about 14 rupees per unit including GST. So that is where the figures and how the maths works out for the ZS EV, and if you calculate it depending on whatever part of the country you stay in, it will always work out to be significantly cheaper to run in terms of cost per kilometer than any petrol or diesel car on sale right now. So yes, in the long term, considering the kind of subsidies that are now being given on electric vehicles, it is not a far-fetched idea to be able to recover the cost and actually save money if you own it for a long time. With the good things out of the way, now it's time to talk about what could have been better. And well, these include some small things and some major ones. The smaller ones include things such as the part of the grille that opens up, giving you access to the charging socket. Well, the plastic there is very flimsy and just doesn't look as if it belongs to the car considering the quality everywhere else. Beyond that, again, a lot of new cars are nowadays coming with many smart features, and it would have been good to find some of them, like a wireless charging pad inside this car and maybe ventilated seats. They could have been better. The infotainment touchscreen, while the infotainment system itself is quite loaded and very extensive in terms of features, the touch response is something that leaves a bit of room for improvement because there is a fair amount of lag at times. So it's random, it's not even consistent. So these are things that could have been better. And now coming to the big one. whether you should consider MG as a brand at all or not, well, that entirely depends on how open you are to taking a risk. None of us know how reliable MG cars will turn out to be in the long run, because it's just been a short while that they've been here. Although in this short time, we have not heard any major complaints as far as quality or reliability is concerned. But again, this has just been a short time. So if you are someone who's open to going in and trying a new brand, well, you are getting an extensive warranty on all MG cars, including this one, wherein you're getting up to 8 years on the battery itself. So yes, in terms of warranty, you're quite covered. So, well, like I said, it's entirely up to how much of a risk appetite you have. And coming to the very widely being discussed topic, the China connection. Well, a lot of people say that because MG is essentially a Chinese car company, and we all know that it is a brand owned by SAIC, which is a state controlled automaker in China. Now, yes, there is no denying the fact that these are cars designed, developed in China. So, yes, but today we are talking about electric vehicles, and as far as EVs are concerned, it doesn't matter which EV you buy in India, because if you're buying any other EV as well, which you might think is Indian, a large part of that car is still coming from China. It is still being imported. So you are still going to end up paying a large amount of your money to some Chinese company in one way or another as far as electric vehicles are concerned. So with that in mind, if you think the MG brand is worth investing in, the ZS offers very good value for money, good features, good range, good practicality, and keeping all those things in mind, I can say it is an electric vehicle you should consider buying if being green is what you have on your mind.